welcome back to the plot. I went into Wilko's the other day to get a couple of covers for the trays. For those who aren't in the UK, Wilko's is like a Home Depot store that sells everything from toothpaste to furniture and does gardening stuff as well. And I was passing by the aisle and all the bulbs said 50p or less, so we picked up a whole bunch of bulbs, and to my surprise, when I got to the checkout, actually they all rang through at 25 pence each. So we've got some, let's have a look what we've got those, got some of these, we've got some of these nice frilly tulips, got some of those alliums, got some nice big ball alliums, some of those, never grown those before, see what they're like. And last two packets, allium mix and some dwarf iris. So plan is going to put these in with the blackberries in the fruit cage, so that they're going to help with pollination, and there's a lot of room in there at the moment while the blackberries are still establishing themselves. So let's go and see if we can put those in. So I've just been to test the ground. It's still really frozen, so I'm going to have to take a rain check on that, come back tomorrow when it's supposed to be a bit warmer and do it then. We'll catch you again tomorrow. Welcome back. It's 2 days later now, and after that big hard frost that we had for like about a week, this time last week it was -6 or 7, and now it's, well, that's some of the, what's the temperature now? It's nearly in double figures, and we've had a load of rain, so what the plants are making of it, I don't know, but we get on with planting these bulbs. I've spread them all out in different areas, and some behind me here, and it's time to actually get on and put these in. So these ones are going in here. I don't think we're actually going to need the dibber. I think we'll just be able to put them straight into the soil. Considering this ground was frozen, completely frozen a week ago, it's now, we've had loads of rain in the meantime, and now it is really soft and easy to plant into, which is great. Now, if you do have like a local garden centre or this was from like the home-based sort of store, it's always great to get down there, because this time of year they just want to clear their stock, so you can pick up some real bargains. You have to check them over a little bit, because some of them are a bit hit and miss, but this one, I mean, this one's shooting, so put that in there. Now while I'm planting these up, I'm sort of considering options for next year, and what is best to do for next year, because the climate is like really changeable, and we seem to be getting more and more of these sort of cold snaps and dry spells and everything else. So I think what I'll probably end up doing this season is doing a lot more planting in batches, so that we can actually sort of put some seeds in, then a couple of weeks later put some more seeds in, and just completely stagger all of the actual planting all the way around, because I think going forward, I think that's the best option, is just trying to cover your bases as much as possible, because you never know when you're going to get that cold snap, or we're going to get late frost. One good thing though is with the frost is hopefully that will kill all the bugs and all the beasties that are in the soil, and overwintering, because in the past we've had winters that have been really mild, and come the spring, that's a real problem for pests and everything else. None of those pests have been killed off, and all the pests are prolific in the spring if you don't get that hard frost. So whilst it's damaged some of the crops, and it's meant that it's put everything on hold for about a week or so, I'm quite glad of it really, because it means that the pest problems next year won't be quite so bad. Right, let's get on and get these planted. As I say, some of these bulbs, because they're going in late, we don't know whether there'll be any good, and I can feel there are a few that are a little bit squidgy, and I think that's mainly because they were just in the polytunnel, so I should have perhaps put them somewhere a little bit warmer, but I guess the ones that are in the ground anyway, we're getting frosted, so we shall see. And the last set is 50 mixed alliums, so let's put them along the back edge. Just going to drop these in. I'm not particularly trying to, they'll find the right way up. Try and get them in the right way, but if not, let's not worry too much about it. And I say, hopefully these will all flower and come up, and then once they've gone over, that'll give room for the blackberries to grow on, and they won't be shaded out by the blackberries. Okay. In total, these bulbs cost me £2. So all packs, so that's 20, that's another 50, that's 70, 80, 86, 94, 102, 108, and 128. So that's 128 bulbs for £2. So that's less than 2p a bulb. So if they come up, they come up. If they don't, they don't. But we'll join me back here in the summer and all this spring, and we'll see how many of those have come up. But for now, glad to get those in the ground, and glad that the ground's a bit more workable. So join me again next time, when I'll be having a quick look around the plot to see how much damage the frost's done. See you then.